Hey guys, I want to show you what I'm doing today. Recently my wife suggested that we get my son a toddler bed, and reason being is he's 2, almost 3, and he's really growing out of the crib. Now he is in a miniature crib or a smaller crib. It's not a full-size crib, but he's got a couple inches to grow before he's actually touching at both ends when he stretches out. We do need to get him in a toddler bed, but for the sake of time and money, so I don't have to make him a toddler bed, which is what my wife wants me to do, and to save money so we don't have to go buy one, I'm just going to cut this thing down a little bit and leave it as is. It's the perfect size to fit in our room where he's sleeping at now, so we wouldn't have to change anything, rearrange anything. Basically, it'll make things a lot easier for him getting in and out of the bed in the mornings or at night, whenever. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Now, keep in mind when we're talking about all this, we live in a compact area. We live here kind of taking care of my parents, and we're kind of limited on our space. So we have all 3 right now, all 3 kids in one room, and that's why we're trying to save space. So that's what I'm doing. Just want to maybe give you some ideas for the future, and I'll show you what I'm doing right now. Here is his toddler bed, and I brought it in here to the living room just to get it to have more space to work. Like I said, it's small, but essentially what I'm going to do, and I've marked it already, and this side's loose. We're taking it loose, but I've taken the screws out of each side here. There's only 4 screws, one here and down there and then over there. Now what I'm going to do here, this happens to be separate from the side, so I'm going to leave that in here. This, all it is a big rod that goes from one side to the other, and that's going to stabilize it on top. Keep the sides from going in and out. I mean, he is a boy. He's going to be jumping on the bed, I'm sure. So that's going to keep, you know, the sides from going in and out. And I'm going to fasten it down there as well. But I've marked it here, and that's about where I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to take these. I'm going to cut all of these off at that height, and then I'll pull these out of this part, the top rail, and then fasten that rail back here, so it should be about that height, and that should keep him from rolling out of it. I mean, it's not high anyway, but that'll keep him. And that's actually up there. That's actually maybe a little bit high, but somewhere around there. I want the top of the side right there, and that'll just kind of keep him from rolling out at any point, but yet he can still get in and out of it. So I'm gonna go get the tape measure and the saw and a good pencil and come back and work on this thing. This crib is only just over 39 inches long. So in the height I'm wanting to make this is roughly about 18 inches. That'll give him plenty of room to get over the side and be able to climb in, yet he won't have to, he won't be able to roll out. Alright, I've taken the side off now. It's laying here on top, and I've simply marked. I measured that one mark I made there, a rough measurement, and that's 11.5 inches, and I just put an X there so that I know that that's the top. That's what I'm taking out. So there you have it. That's 11.5 inches. I went ahead and marked it at exact 11.5 inches. Did the same on this side, and then I just took a straight edge, marked it all the way, and I'm going to cut that with a small circular saw. I didn't set the camera up before I started sawing this thing in half, but I mean, I just used a saw and went by the mark. I used this Ryobi 18-volt saw, cut right down the mark and split this thing. Now, I attempted to hit this a little bit to see how loose these were, and it was not going to come off with a hammer. Basically, I put this bottom piece in this wood vise here, and it didn't want to budge. So I decided the best thing to do is probably go ahead and cut it and work these things loose one at a time. I'm assuming they're all glued because there's no nails or screws or anything in it. So now I'm going to put the top half in the vise and see if I can work those pieces out one at a time. All right, simply take the top part here, put it in this vise, and tighten it down. We're going to see. Oh yeah, see this will move. Tighten up a little bit. I can work this. I should be able to work these loose Looks like it's coming up a little bit. Actually, that one there may have a brad in it. I didn't notice that before. These, I don't think do. Yeah, that one came right out. Break that glue loose. Awesome. Yep, I believe that one has a brad in it as well. So, see if I can take this thing out, lay it up here, and work those brads out, and then I'll be able to pull it out. Put it back in the vise, tighten it up, see if it comes out now. Oh yeah, just right. And this one I had a little bit of trouble with, but it came out. Now you definitely want to make sure that you have the same side out because you want the holes to match up. I just want to see if this is even possible. I'm going to line it up. There's no doubt about that. Alright, got glue on all of them. Alright, now that it's started, should be able to do a little better. Yay. Alright, they went together really good. No problems at all. A little snug, but that's what I want. I want a good tight fit. This is the top. This is the end that I cut off. I put it back down on top of that. Now, as you saw earlier, I measured from the bottom and marked up 11.5 inches. So that is where I cut it. And let's see where 11.5 inches is at. 11.5 inches is at now. It's 11 1/16 to the bottom of the top rail. So that means there's about 7/16 of an inch. Just under 1/2 inch inside this top rail. This part is bolted to the side and this part is bolted to the side, so it cannot move up and down. It's like that on both ends. It won't go up and down, so I'm not worried about it. There's no way it's going to bend up and flex enough to get 1/2 inch or almost 1/2 inch of them rails out of the top. Now this right here is what I had left. And my wife would say, here, you want me to burn those for you? Or you want me to throw those in the scrap box? Maybe in the scrap box, but we wouldn't burn those. She sees something that's in the way and needs to be gone. I see project. Huh. I don't know what. It wouldn't be a big project. Maybe something I could use on another project. I don't know, but I'm not throwing that away. Okay, I want to go take this thing back up there, see if I can get it fastened back. I got to drill a couple holes for the top rail, see if I can get it fastened back, turn this thing into a toddler bed for Jace. All right, here we have it. And it's going to mount up about right there. And that's going to leave plenty of room, maybe 4 inches or so high, so that he won't roll out. and he's got plenty of room to climb in. So I may be able to take that top rail off anyway. I'm not sure. This bottom may be holding good enough. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say let's get this thing on there. Okay, once I got to looking at this, there was some holes here already on the inside, and that's for the crib, for the mattress, for the base, and it's for the different heights. Turns out this middle hole was exactly right for matching up with this, so I didn't have to drill any additional holes. I did though. These doohickeys, they're threaded on the outside to go into the wood, and it's threaded on the inside to take these bolts. I had to take those out of these holes, and I used a 1/4 inch bit, which is the same size as these bolts. I used a 1/4 inch bit to go on through that a little bit and just pierce the wood here on the outside. And here on the outside I used a 9/16. Out here I used a 9/16 bit and found the hole where it pierced from the inside, started there, and just countersunk that about 3/16 of an inch, just enough for this head of this bolt to fit in, which is the same as these other bolts. They're countersunk as well. Now that's going to match up perfect. I should be able to attach that now. That's what it looks like. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to take this rail off. Being a boy, he may want it there to climb on. I don't know, but that's what it looks like now. It's perfect. It's solid. It's not going anywhere, and I believe that's going to work out perfect for a toddler bed until we can get something else squared away. Okay, Jace is going to demonstrate how easy it is to get in and out of this crib. Can you get in it, Jace? I'm sorry, a toddler bed now. Good job. Now can you get out?
Why?
Go, get out. Good job. Do you like it?
Yeah.
You gonna take a nap in it?
No.
No. Well, that's the end of that project. No need to buy a toddler bed. No need to go make one. I've got that settled for a short period of time anyway. He is growing, and it won't be long till he's grown out of it. But for the time being, he can get in and out on his own, and he'll probably love going to bed tonight because it's something new. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my other videos, and comment, share if you like the video. Let me know what you think about this new toddler bed Jace has. You have a great day.